Dominion is an idea that has been misunderstood, misapplied, and abused. But ultimately, when God gave Adam dominion, he was really giving him responsibility for what God had created. But he backed that responsibility up with his authority. He had all that it took, all that was needed to fulfill and live out that responsibility. Likewise, for you and I, God has given us a mandate, a responsibility to bring the reality of the kingdom into everyday life, and in doing so, bring hope and transformation. And He empowers us to do so through His promises and His principles. So often, people believe that God can, but they're not convinced He will. And so often, though, God is actually saying, I've delegated the responsibility to you. And that as we apply those principles, then we see the reality of the kingdom come into everyday life. We see God's power displayed. Dominion Mandate is our exclusive video podcast where we explore practically applying God's principles to see the reality of His kingdom at life, to see life and hope and transformation. And here we are sharing periodic excerpts from that you might be empowered and encouraged. But if you'd like to get more information on the Dominion Mandate podcast, check the link in the description, god-powered.com. Again, in the interim though, begin to grow in that realization of the mandate that God has given each one of His people, and that He backs it up, He empowers it through His principles and His promises.